What is up, boys? So I've turned 24 today. 23-year-old business owner is no longer. But this year's been crazy in terms of blessings, in terms of lessons, in terms of development. Because when I was 23 and 22, that was the most transformative period of my life, because I went from a complete drug addict to starting a 7-figure business to then having this pipe dream of 7 figures coming into my bank and then it never materializing, because I had so much ignorance debt to pay because I'd never run a business before. I didn't know anything. I was just really good at the day-to-day operations. I was really good at managing my sales team. I was really good at getting the energy pumping. I was quite good at sales. And because of that, I had relentless work ethic to get towards my goals every single day. And in your first year of business, and just generally, that is what you need. You need absolute brute force brunt work. And if any of you run a business or you're doing well in life, then you know that everything comes from that grunt work, because that sets the foundation of who you need to be. But what's more important than that I've learned, is the precursor to you starting a business. Because when you're first getting your stuff together, it always starts with the holistic development. It always starts with the gym. It always starts with putting yourself through some discipline, waking up early, doing these self-improvement practices, cold showers, push-ups in the morning, looking after your health, looking after your diet, drinking enough water, all of these kind of things. That's where you establish the base. And when you have a lack of things, like when I had nothing, I was always praying to God, like, God, help me get to 10K a month, help me quit this 9 to 5, help me quit these drugs, help me get my life in check. And every time I asked God, he would answer. And my faith in God was unwavering. But when I was caught up in the day-to-day of my business, I started to forget about all of these good habits that I'd spent so long building, and I became overly dependent on just the grunt work. And what I didn't realize is the more that you focus on one thing rather than all the things that got you there, the more you're going to suffer as a result. Because the only way you see continued progress is through sticking to the holistic approach. All of the bare basic foundation that you've built, you need to be developing on that. Because your business is a direct reflection of you. And this is what I didn't understand at 22 and 23 years old, because I was just so sucked into this pipe dream of, I need to make £1 million this year. I need to make £1 million this year. But in my first year of business, I was never going to make £1 million in my first year. And it's great to have these dreams and it's great to have these ambitions. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but the person that I was, I let go of my development. Maybe if I stayed on top of everything holistically and I was able to make better decisions and I had more self-respect and more self-confidence and all of these things, then I could have made that £1 million. But I didn't, because I got lost in the trenches. And boys, this is what I want you to know, that now I'm doing okay. Like, I've just bought myself a nice birthday gift, and I bought myself some aftershave as well. My brother bought me this watch. I don't know if you can see, but it's a Swiss watch. It was like $1,000, and I've been wanting a Rolex for so long. I could buy a Rolex now, but there's no point, because I just want to keep investing back into myself and learning more and growing more. And this meant so much. Like, this is the stuff that matters. The stuff that matters is being able to show up for yourself and your family every single day. The stuff that matters is being able to be that beacon of, like, role model and support. Yesterday, my family was telling me that we had people. Well, we went to my family's for a birthday party. It wasn't even mine. Today's my birthday, but we went for my cousin's birthday, because his is tomorrow and he's younger. And I didn't expect any cards or anything, because I'm 24 now, but they still gave me some cards, and the messages were like, because they see me posted on social media, they see all of this stuff, and it was like, oh, you're a really good positive role model, social media superstar, all that kind of stuff. But it's just, that's what's satisfying. It's knowing that you're actually able to make an impact by being a positive role model, and that being that role model starts with yourself, impressing yourself and being someone that you can admire, and then that trickles on into the people around you. your family, your friends, everyone else. That reputation then follows you into business. And the more that you develop this positive reputation as being someone that can be relied upon, that's going to massively benefit you and your business. Whether you've started yet or not, you need to realize that you have to continue the development, the physique, the mindset, the habits, the nutrition, the training, the spirituality. All of these things work together. And if one of them's lacking, it's like trying to build a house with only one wall. It's all going to fall apart because there's no foundation. And that's why I suffered. You need to build the unbreakable mindset by picking the direction of where you want to go, what you want to achieve, and what it means to you, and what it means if you don't get there. And it has to be greater than just yourself. Like I said, you want to influence people, the people around you, people on a wider scale. And that's going to keep you keeping yourself accountable. Then you back this up with the habits. I wake up every morning at 4 a.m. now. Most nights I get 5 hours sleep. Maybe I'll have a nap later in the day, but some nights I don't. Some days I don't. And it's because my purpose is so strong that I'm willing to go through this season of sucking. I'm willing to go through this season of sacrifice to make up for all the sacrifice I didn't make. I used to think business was freedom. As in, oh, I could just wake up whenever and go to bed whenever, because if I just work hard when I'm awake, it's fine. But real freedom is found in sacrifice. Real freedom is found in showing up for yourself every day. Because then you're allowed to do things. If I know that I've woken up at 4 a.m, I've been to the gym, and I've worked 8 to 10 hours on my business or more, then when it comes to like 4 p.m. or 6 p.m, I can do what I want. And I can spend time with my family that I neglected last year. And they're able to see the person that they've raised. They're able to see the person that created so many problems for them in the past. And this is what it's about, boys. It's about this holistic everything. The physique. I'm still paying for my sins last year. And you better believe that if you're in business and you're fat, people are not looking at you with the same respect as if you were in shape. And you won't look at yourself with that same respect. When you're in shape and you're well presented and you're buying nice clothes and the clothes fit you well and you're able to spend extra money on aftershaves and clothes and all these things that better yourself, and you have the physique to go along with it, everyone looks at you like, wow, this guy's the man. And you look at yourself that way. You start to carry yourself better. And it's not even about vanity. It's just being a gentleman. It's about being classy. It's about showing God the beauty of his creation. The finances are super important, and if you're like me, you have a thirst and a desire to go and attack and win and become the absolute best, highest version of yourself. And you should never ever settle for less. And all these desires you have to get the Ferrari, to get the best wives, to get the best everything out of life for you and those around you, that is amazing. And you can and will achieve anything that you set your mind to. But it starts with the foundation, and it continues with the foundation. And it's the foundation that's going to be the bare forefront of our success in this life and the hereafter. Stay true to God. God's the one who created you. He's the one that put all this blessing in your life. He's the one that allows you to have breath in your lungs every single day and is maintaining this whole universe. So you think if you can't stop your brain working for 5 to 10 minutes 5 times a day to speak to him and ask him for his help and guidance and pour out your heart to him and worship him in all of his glory, then how do you expect to get anything when he's the one who created you and he's the one that sustains everything in the universe? You will be so much more powerful with God on your side. And when you're showing him that you're bettering yourself in all of these different ways and all of these different attributes, and you're spreading his word and being a great example of a godly man, you won't even believe the blessings that will start come to you in your life and your business. But it all starts with the now. Don't delay. Take on what I'm saying. The 4 pillars of man: mindset, habits, nutrition, training, faith. We need to become fully encircling, fully encompassing, fully pushing the boundaries of what we can do every day. And it's not going to be easy. And you have to take things step by step. And you're going to have to pay for all of the sins of the lost time and the ignorance debt for what the mistakes you've already made. But that makes it all worth it. That makes you a force to be reckoned with. You will never go broke again if you have all of these things in order. And if you do, you're going to know how to make it back, because the guy who's got everything else on lock, money flows to him. Money comes abundantly to him. He's able to show up for everyone around him in his life every single day. And no one else is going to be able to wipe the floor with you, brother. Nobody. I love you, boys. You can do so much with your life. It only takes 3 to 6 months. Every 3 to 6 months, we shall be reshaping our character, reshaping our identity, becoming unrecognizable. And I'm super excited to see what these next 3 to 6 months have in store. Set 5 goals for yourself you want to achieve over the next 3 to 6 months. Set 5 or more daily tasks that you're going to accomplish every single day. Needle moving tasks that are going to get closer towards your goal in your business, or if you're just starting a business. Define who you want to be, make these goals, make these tasks, wake up early, have the morning routine on lock, get up before anyone else is even thinking about waking up, seek the blessings of your Lord, get in the best shape of your life, fuel your body properly, and live in God's vision that He set out for you. You are so much more capable than you realize, and we're all going to crush it together. Keep pushing, boys.